Okay guys, welcome back. It is egg week, which means I have decided to make soufflés. So I'm starting right now with making a roux, although I'm measuring the milk off to the side right now. There you go, I showed you the milk. 2 tablespoons of butter and 2 tablespoons of flour, and then you're gonna have 3/4 a cup of milk ready. I poured it in advance so that I wouldn't have to stop while the roux was being heated, and then I don't know, I just didn't want to mess with that. So right now I'm trying to get the flour out of the corners of the pan because although the recipe said use a medium saucepan, I think if I did this again I would probably pick the smaller of my 2 saucepans just because I wasn't dealing with very large volumes of batter, and so it was mildly difficult to stir sometimes. I also need to add, I believe, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, which I'm about to do. And then the recipe also called for like a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and I'm just not a big pepper fan, so I ended up not adding that because I had a feeling it was not going to affect how it cooked at all. I just didn't want the flavor in there. So now I add the milk, and I'm going to stir until it is a pretty thick mixture. Okay, so we're back. I've been stirring this for quite a while, and it's much thicker. It's kind of hard to see, but it takes a second for the mixture to like pour down the pan. So we're gonna call that good, and we're gonna remove it from heat, and I'll meet you back over by the eggs. Okay, so I separated the first 3 eggs, kept 3 of the yolks, and then I have 2 of the whites over there. Then we need 4 yolks. So this is me separating an egg. We are wasting this white because otherwise it'll just go bad in my fridge. Okay, so I have my 4 egg yolks well beat, and I have a 1/4 a cup of the mixture we just made on the stove. We're going to combine it. And then as it says, actually it doesn't say, beat yolks well and add 1/4 cup of warm sauce mixture to egg yolks. Oh, we're tempering the eggs. And then add it back to the sauce on the stove. Okay. Okay, so I have my 2 egg whites and my cream of tartar. So I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon cream of tartar. And then I'm going to use an electric hand mixer to whip them until stiff but not dry. That's gonna be really loud and it might take me a second, so you're not gonna watch me do it. Okay, so we have our stiff peaks, which if the glare would go away, there we go. You lift it up and it like leaves a peak. It's not doing it as much right now because I've put this back in a couple times, but usually you stir, you wait until it stops, and you pull it out and it like makes peak. Okay, so now I need to, well, get this off of here. Set that in the sink, and then I am supposed to pour, let's see, what does it say? I don't want to get this wrong. Fold some of the egg whites into the sauce, and then gently but thoroughly fold the sauce back into the egg whites. So we've got our rubber spatula. We're gonna, I guess, take half. I think I may have used a pot that is too big, but I am Trying very hard not to beat the air out of the egg whites. It's a very runny mixture though. Here, maybe I can do this so that the okay. That's a pretty homogeneous mixture at this point. So now I just pour this all into here. And then I'm going to keep folding until it is all solidly one mixture. Okay, so I have folded, oh, it won't focus. Okay, so I have folded my mixtures all together, so this is quite literally everything. And now I'm going to just very carefully put these into my little dishes provided by the wonderful Dr. Moody herself. I wasn't 100% sure how much I was supposed to pour in, so I'm being very careful to make them all even. Okay, so that is it. That actually didn't take me very long at all to make these. So now they're going to go in the oven, and we will see when they come out. Oh, and the oven is properly preheated this time because I didn't want to mess around with that like I have with some of the other recipes, so. All right, my soufflés, I believe, are done, and they look very nice. I'm very excited. We're gonna let them cool off for like, I don't know, ooh, they're jiggly. I don't know if you can see that on camera. And then my friend Peyton and I are going to eat them. She's been here this whole time, just silently sitting behind camera. Okay, so they've already started shrinking, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. So we're gonna eat them. It's very hot. It almost tastes like cheese, but there's not cheese in it.
It does taste cheesy.
I'm trying to decide if they're cooked or not.
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah? Okay. I've never had one before. So I lied to my other friend Shelby. I said they wouldn't be foamy.
I was just gonna say
they're foamy.
Not like this.
They're like, maybe I'd give a close-up. Maybe?
It's so washed out.
If the lighting... Okay, well, anyways, that's it for soufflés.